So 3 weeks ago, I almost canceled this whole presentation because I had this sore in my mouth and I went to the dentist and he thought I had tongue cancer, of all things. I was really scared. I was so scared. I was terrified. I forgot to tell you about the breast cancer. I skipped over the breast cancer. That was another thing where I fell down and rose up. And that's a beautiful story, but I'm not going to tell it to you. But that's another one. But 3 weeks ago, I have this sore on my tongue. I don't know what it is. I go to the dentist to have my teeth cleaned, and he thinks, get that biopsy right away. He put the fear of, I was so scared because I already had breast cancer. So it brought up all that old stuff. And he said, you got to go to an oral surgeon. Well, the time you come from the dentist's office, by the time you get an appointment and get into an oral surgeon, it's like 9 days. So I'm freaking out, and then I realized, wait a minute. Why am I going to freak out? Why do I have the power to heal myself? I have the power to heal myself. So I just start meditating, I pay attention, I'm healing this, and then I have this session with Kai. Now, I don't know if you know Kai, but she channels an angel. For me, she channels through the lineage that I'm very familiar with, because she has these saints behind her that I know. Muktananda, who I've received Shaktipat from, which is a blessing. And you have Nimkaroli Baba, and he's Hanuman to me. So we're all good. So she channels this angel, and I said to her, Kai, I don't know what's going on with the tongue. So when she channels, her voice changes, her language changes. She becomes somebody different than she appears to be right now when she channels. So she could have sounds that I don't understand, a language I don't understand, but then English will come and the angel will say to me, so tell me this or tell me this. So this day, the angel kept saying, are you willing to go deeper? Are you willing to go deeper, Rudrani? I said, I'm willing to go deeper. So the angel said, well, we see this grief is in you. Now this angel in the past has been able to get inside my body and move around. I don't know how to explain this to you. You have to have a session with her because I can't explain how this is. But when I had stuff stuck in my second center, the angel's in there moving stuff around and I'm in the room shaking and I know this being's inside of me and I'm freaking out, okay? Because this is something that I'm not familiar with. She's talking a foreign language. I love her and trust her, but I don't know what's going on inside me and it's happening. And it's really a great outcome every time. So I trust it, even though it can be quite odd during the process. But the outcome is always fantastic with Kai. So the angel's saying, so let's go deeper. What's the grief? So I think the grief is the fact that Eddie died because, I still miss him. And no, you got to go deeper. So then I'm starting to see a past life where I'm being mutilated because my tongue has been cut out and I'm dead. I get dead. I get dead. I get very dead. I die because my tongue is cut out in this past life. And it's cut out because I'm told that I spoke up for women's freedom, for women to have the same power as men to speak. So then I see another lifetime where I'm not killed, but I'm just mutilated by men because they're threatened by me speaking. So I create unconsciously.
You were an extremely powerful goddess.
I was an
extremely powerful woman.
Apparently, I was an extremely powerful goddess in this lifetime. Thank you. I forgot about that part. Truly. But I'm in very big grief about, my tongue being cut out and mutilated and the power of men and that I'm weak and all this stuff. And now I've recreated by my subconscious mind an opportunity for me not to speak. Because if I'm having a biopsy of my tongue, which is what the dentist thought I needed, I cannot speak here. And I would have to cancel the trip. So I'm doing my own thing before I go to the oral surgeon. I'm doing the healing, I'm doing Dr. Joe's meditation, I'm working with Kai, and they tell me that this time I will not be mutilated, that I'm powerful, that I can speak, and no one will stop me. Well, so nobody in this room has stopped me so far, so we're good. And I'm just going to keep going out there and getting my voice heard over and over to larger audiences. But here I'm stymied, and I don't know if I'm coming. So I have the session with Kai, and I'm very much put at ease, because I know that there's nothing wrong with me, and they're saying there's nothing wrong with me, and I can do this, and I'm thrilled. And we went so deep that I got into the worst pain I'd been in years. I mean, my back, immediately when I feel weakened or afraid, the pain will find me in my back, because that's my weakest part of my body. So my back was at level 9 pain. I'm shaking in my, do you remember this? I'm shaking in my chair. I have to get up. The pain's going all over my body. I'm completely freaking out. I'm completely losing it by this time in my kitchen.
I remember we were telling you to shake it out.
I was shaking it out, but I was freaking out at the same time because the pain was so egregious. Is that a word?
You get it.
Okay, it was bad. And it was very bad. And I was very scared. And I finally get to sit down, and, you know, Kai's saying, it's okay, calm down, breathe. I come back into my body. I have this amazing session. She's just the most amazing being who can do this work. I support you in using this woman for sessions, because she's beyond amazing.